One of the most consistently vexing problems that I have as a teacher is students who consistently have the same issues that they can't get fixed. And unfortunately, I can't be in their heads all the time, but my experience is telling me that students don't practice the things that they have problems with. They normally just practice or play things they already sound good on. And that's a really tough thing to work on. I tell students almost every day that, you need to be very disciplined in your practice. You need to practice mindfully and work on the things that need the work, not the things that you already sound good on. Because if you practice mindfully and thoughtfully, you are going to have a good chance at performing mindfully and thoughtfully. However, if you practice mindlessly and thoughtlessly, you're going to perform mindlessly and thoughtlessly. So that's something I'm still working on. It's a work in progress, and hopefully I can get that sorted out. My rock ensembles have the same sort of mentality of the different ensembles that I led as a professional musician. Back when I was working exclusively, I was the music director for a couple of different higher profile working bands. And I bring that same mentality to rehearsing the group and preparing their performance the same way that I work with professional musicians. It's just expected that you are given material, you get these parts completely and totally rehearsed, and you come into ensembles and you put the fully rehearsed parts together, and we work on the musical nuances. We work on what it means to put together a good performance set. And I try to have my groups play at least 4, if not 5 or 6 times per semester. Making them aware of what these professional expectations are just prepares them for when they have to go out in the real world and make a living, because that's really what we're about here. Giving them as much real world experience and what the expectations are is invaluable. Our commercial music percussion ensemble is one of my favorite groups that I lead here. It's very challenging to these folks that come in and play because it forces them out of their usual comfort zone. And what I mean by that is virtually all of my students here are coming to me as drum set specialists. And this percussion ensemble that we have is very unique in this building as it forces them to play in more of a concert percussionist style. Even though I do cater towards allowing them to play more contemporary and sometimes even drum set centered music for percussion ensemble, I also make them play traditional percussion ensemble literature, which means, you have to get outside of that drum set mentality and you have to play concert style accessories like tambourines, triangles, temple blocks. I also make them play some keyboard percussion as well. I've never had a student leave that ensemble and say they weren't glad that they were in it, because it gives them a whole unique skill set.